guys, it's Sierra from Talk About It, and I'm here to, but of course, talk about it. So today's topic, you guys, we are actually talking about CNAs and how some people, the only reason why some people become CNAs are because of the money, not because they actually care for the patients. And so today I have on the telephone with me is a young lady who actually works in a nursing home, and her name is Arian. So hello, Arian. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Sierra.
How are you?
I'm here to talk about it. CNAs.
Yes. What about them CNAs, girls? Tell me. Let me know.
Okay. I got a problem with the CNAs who don't really care about the patient, or the client. They're rude to them. I understand you're there for the money,
Right.
but also have a little compassion. You know what I'm saying, for what you're doing. Have a little care about what you're doing. If everybody was just in it for the money, the world would just be full of hate if everybody was just in it for the money. You know?
Right.
You got to care about it a little bit. And then, it's even down to the point where it's like neglect or abuse just simply because they don't have enough compassion.
Wow.
And, they got to think about it like, what if it was their mama or their grandmama or somebody like that in a nursing home?
Right.
And it was somebody else taking care of them. And, they got to think about it. It's probably scary getting old. And those people have feelings. And then they don't know what they're going through in their everyday life or none of that. So then when they come in there and, they rude or mean or just, don't care enough to actually learn just a little bit about the person, to at least down to what they like.
Right.
Just maybe even about their comfort.
Right.
So,
right.
I just don't know.
So, are the bosses not getting involved in anything? Do they not look over you guys or while y'all are there? I know they have cameras.
Yeah, but what I think is happening is it's not enough CNAs covering the patients.
Right.
So that means some of the patients are being left to, wait or, just basically left to suffer because it's not enough help going around.
Right. And it's crazy because I know that CNAs are always hiring. They're always looking for a CNA. So my thing is, how come there aren't any CNAs if people are always hiring for CNAs?
I think it is enough CNAs, but what I'm thinking is happening is the nursing homes are just getting cheap. They're raising the prices on, what they're charging people to stay, but they cutting the amount of staff, which leads to the staff not being able to get around to the patients as quick or as much as they need, which means somebody is being left to suffer.
Right.
Or, being neglected.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then the thing with being a CNA is like, it's such a title thing, like, CNA, LPN, RN, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is so on the title.
Right.
So it's like, this is my title and this is my job description.
Right.
So I'm only going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of everybody working together, pitching in, let's help, let's get it done, and let's take care of these patients.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, the LPN won't do the CNA job because that's not her job description. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all coming down to, well, the CNA is supposed to do it. So then that makes the CNA feel like, well, I'm just a CNA, so, with an attitude. So I'm like, it need to be some compromise somewhere.
Yeah, well, my
and a little
thing
bit
is,
of compassion.
Since you said a lot of people say I'm just a CNA, that's what you signed up for, right? So you signed up to become a CNA, basically.
Right.
So why not do your job?
Why not do your job? Thank you. That's what you was about to say. Why not do your job?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So the thing is, the CNAs, they signing up for stuff that when they get there, they really don't want to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
and they only doing it because of the money and the job security.
Yeah.
You know, it's a guaranteed job.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to always be something that's, in demand, something that's always needed.
Right.
But you got to have a little compassion to do what those people do.
Oh, yeah, you have to. Nurses, LPNs, yes. Like, you really have to have some type of compassion to be in that field because you are dealing with patients. And if you don't, I say get out of it. If that's not for you. If that's not for you, get out of it. Don't apply for it.
And everything is not for everybody. So, maybe that's not the job for them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a lot of neglect and abuse going around in the nursing homes just simply because the CNA is not really doing their job.
Yeah.
I think it's sad.
And like you said before, it's because people come into this job because of the name and because of the money.
Right.
I know a lot of young ladies, they want that title. I want to become a CNA just to say I'm a CNA, but not really care for what they do.
Right.
And do you think they need to do something about it? Like, have some type of meeting? Like, if you're not doing your job correctly, you have to go. We don't need you.
Right.
We can find someone else.
Right. And I just really think that it should be more, closely monitored.
Right. I agree with you on that.
And I also think it should be like more hands on deck instead of everybody, sticking to the job title. I think everybody should pitch in a little bit more.
Right.
Like more teamwork.
Right. Because that's what they're there for, is teamwork. Yeah. Working in the medical field, it's all teamwork. You have to have teamwork. And if you don't have teamwork, it'll crumble.
No one person can just all get it done. Get it done all on their own. So I think it should be like, teamwork.
Yeah. I do agree with you on that. Do you think that as a CNA, you should write to the board or, write to someone to let them people know, what's going on in these nursing homes? They should be aware of what's going on.
Well, the thing about that is they are aware, and that's another sad part about it. I think they know exactly what's going on. They are aware. CNAs, they walk a thin line when it comes to things they can and can't do.
Right.
So, and it is going to always be those patients who are difficult to work with, and it's going to always be those patients who are rude, so that's what I mean by they walk a thin line. They can't really, get out of line with the client or the patient. They can't, they walk a thin line. They got to put up with a lot,
Yeah. But that's the job, though. That's the job.
Yeah, that's part of the job. So and it all leads back down to if you can't handle it, or if this is not your field, you need to get out.
Yeah.
And that's why I say they are aware of what goes on in their nursing home, their hospital, or their facility, wherever it is these CNAs are working.
Right.
They are aware of what's going on. Nursing homes have lawsuits against them all the time for stuff like this.
Right.
So they are aware of what's going on.
I agree. I will leave you on. I'm pretty sure they are. And you sound like that you're very passionate about your job. You love your job.
I do, and I didn't think that this was my field.
Right.
And that's the funny thing about it. This is not even something that I wanted to do originally, and I ended up loving it and caring about it so much that I hate to see, how some of these elderly people are treated.
Yeah. I hate that too, because some of them actually are like babies.
Yeah.
They are, and that's crazy.
And then some of them, they done been through a lot, like had strokes.
Oh, yes. And
people who had strokes, their emotions are just all over the place. Some of them laugh all the time for no reason. Some of them cry all the time for no reason. So, you got to be sensitive to things, that people done been through. And if you don't take the time out to just try to get to know them just a little bit, just like a little bit of their comfort or, just a little bit of their life, then you already starting off on the wrong foot.
Right.
Because you're not going to know which way to go with them.
Right.
Everybody's different. Everybody don't like the same thing.
And don't.
So that's part of a CNA job.
It is. It's hard work. I heard the CNA. It's hard work. And,
It is.
I do appreciate, the fact that some of you guys get up and you do take care of some of these elderly people out here, because it is extremely hard work from my understanding. But I do want to thank you, Arian, for coming on my show and, letting the world know that, hey, if you apply for a CNA, make sure you're passionate about your job. If not, don't apply for it. Don't apply for it.
Well, thanks for having me, and I really appreciate being on the show and sharing my views on the topic, and I was glad we could talk about it.
Thank you, Arian.
Bye.
Bye. So you guys, and you heard it from Miss Arian, if some of these people out here actually getting abused in some of these nursing homes out here. So before you send your parents, your grandparents to a nursing home, make sure you check out the facilities. Make sure you check it out before you put them in there, because there are some people who are not passionate about their jobs. Okay? So until next time, you guys, hey, I'm always here too, but of course, talk about it. Bye.